Hello and welcome to today's video. I hope you all are healthy. By this time, you all must have heard the term ChatGPT. In today's video, I am going to talk about what is ChatGPT, what is the modern trend, how to use ChatGPT for your day-to-day work to boost your productivity, what are the benefits of ChatGPT, what are the downsides of ChatGPT. If you do not have any prior knowledge in ChatGPT, that's absolutely fine. If you follow today's session without skipping any content, I can promise you that you will be able to use ChatGPT like a pro. A little bit about who we are. I am part of Cloud Expert Solution. We formed Cloud Expert Solution with an effort to distribute premium learning content to everyone without a paid subscription. If you are new to our channel or haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon to get notification for new videos. To start with, what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT, which stands for Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It can offer responses on everything from a complicated math problem to write personal and business emails. It can write a term paper or a book report, legal document, possible diagnosis of any medical symptoms. Using ChatGPT, you can write content for your publications, write code in many languages like Python, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and many more. The absolute fascinating part is it can write an explanation of thermodynamics or quantum physics on a second grade level. The popular version of ChatGPT is GPT-3 model. ChatGPT can also help you to learn and remember things much faster. What is unique about ChatGPT is it presents information in a human readable and understandable format. To use ChatGPT, you will ask questions or interact the same way you chat in Messenger or WhatsApp with your friend. You really don't need any programming knowledge. It understands your text, your intent, and your ask in a sentence. You will never feel that you are interacting with a robot, as if an human professional is giving you answer to your questions. Now ChatGPT released in November 2022 and gained 1 million users in just 5 days. In comparison, it took 3.5 years for Netflix, for Facebook 10 months, 5 months for Spotify, 2.5 months for Instagram to get the same user base. Now from these data you can understand how popular it is, and the user base is growing exponentially every second. Now let's see who created ChatGPT. ChatGPT is created by an AI research and development company named OpenAI. OpenAI is founded by Elon Musk and Sam Altman in 2015 because they feared that people and organizations would misuse artificial intelligence or maybe careless about the development and advancement in artificial intelligence. They believed, or still do probably, that this will cause a chaos and disaster in the world. They formed OpenAI, which is a non-profit and research organization, and their view was to distribute the power of artificial intelligence among general public, and it should be developed and used to benefit general users. By now, this free artificial intelligence chatbot has attracted the attention of tech giants like Google, Microsoft, and Microsoft is investing 10 billion US dollar in OpenAI. As per the company mission statement, OpenAI's mission is to ensure that artificial intelligence benefits all of humanity. The organization wants to democratize the access to artificial intelligence. There is already discussion going on, and people from different professions like doctors, lawyers, technical developers are already getting scared. They are thinking that ChatGPT may take their task and it will replace their profession. Do you also think so? That ChatGPT is going to take your job? If you, please let me know your comment. Now let's review how ChatGPT works. ChatGPT uses an artificial intelligence called language model. Language model is a type of software that is designed to understand and generate human languages. Like every AI model, it requires a set of training data. It uses a large amount of text data, books available in the internet, and learning the patterns and rules of a language. If I may take an example, like regular AI model, if I train the model using the images of apple, banana and mangoes, after the training, when the model will see a picture of an apple, it may be fade or may be mixed with other fruits, but still it will be able to identify. Now, using that analogy, let's try to understand the Chat GPT model. For this model, when we train using larger set of English text, it will understand the intent, the grammar, the language, as well as the meaning of the words and how those words can be used in different sentences or how those sentences can be used in different contexts. Once the language model has learned about a language, it can then be used to generate content in that language. ChatGPT was trained with different language models for different purposes. GPT-3 model designed to understand natural language like English text. On top of that, it has codecs. This codecs module will help GPT-3 model to understand and generate programming language codes. These models are trained with billions of lines of code publicly available in GitHub. In our day-to-day life, that question already appeared whether ChatGPT is going to replace Google. For your information, Google is a search engine where ChatGPT is an AI-based chatbot which understands human language and responds like a human. In one side, Google cannot write a personalized email or a programming code for you, but Google has image search that ChatGPT as of today does not have. So as of today, ChatGPT is not going to replace Google. In a nutshell, ChatGPT is a very powerful tool to help you for day-to-day work. No one knows the future yet, but it's still in beta version as of January 23, and it's not a substitute to replace human expertise yet. This was all about the theory. Now let's see ChatGPT in action. Please open your browser and type https openai.com. I am in OpenAI website. At the top corner, you can see API, research, blog, about. Now let's go to API and let's review how to create a ChatGPT free account. If I come below, here you see at the middle of the section, it has perform a wide variety of natural language tasks with GPT-3. This is ChatGPT. You can click Get Started. That will take you to the page where you can create your ChatGPT account. Now the registration page is already opened. You can create your account using your email ID, or if you have a Gmail ID or Microsoft account, you can reuse that also. If you want to create a new account with your email ID, first provide your email ID and then prove that you are not a robot. If you click that captcha box, it will give you some pictorial challenges that you have to solve. Since I already have an account, I'm not going to create a new account and I'll directly log into ChatGPT. I'll click on the login. I am in the ChatGPT UI screen. Now this is the UI screen you will get when you log into the first time. Now let's try to review the power of the ChatGPT. Let's first try with some day-to-day task. Like, let's say my kid is sick and I want to send an email to my kid's teacher. Let's see what ChatGPT will write for us. I will type in the type bar. Here you go. ChatGPT is creating the email for us. You can see how intuitive it is. It exactly solved my purpose. Even it gave a subject like absence with child name. There are some boxes that you can fill your child name, teacher name, XYZ. Now let's try a different thing. Let's try to put the child name and the teacher name. Now let's see this time what ChatGPT will generate for us. Here you go. You can see in my query I have given my child name as Bod, although I told Bob, but there was a mistype, and the teacher name is Alice. So this time it did not create a placeholder for the child name and the teacher name. It identified from my text the intent and the purpose, and it generated a full email that I can directly copy and send. One point I would like to remind you, this is in beta phase, so you won't be able to use as is. It's better to review. Now let's try a different use case, and this time we would like to request ChatGPT to generate an email for my friend. You can see it generated the email template for us. Previously we requested for a casual email. Now let's try to generate a business email. In this sentence, intentionally I used a wrong word for hello. Even though I did a spelling mistake, then also it identified my intent. This is the power of ChatGPT. It understands the natural language, as I mentioned, the way you are talking with your friend. Now, if you compare the content between the two emails, you can see the language has changed. The top email is in a casual conversation tone, whereas the next email is in formal conversation tone. So now that was all about our day-to-day work. Now let's see a different persona. Let's say I am a developer and I got stuck with some of my code, and I want to create a method to generate random number in Python. Now let's see how ChatGPT can help us. It's not only generated the random number code for us, it has given the clarifications also. Now let's open a online Python editor and let's see if that is actually working or not. This is an online Python editor. Let me copy that code from ChatGPT. I'll just copy and I'll replace the code and let's try to execute. First time it has generated 71, 300. Yes, the code absolutely works. But one point, as I mentioned, most of the time you can use as it is, but since it is in beta, it is a good practice to review what it has generated. Now you can go even further. Let's say you do not understand what is the logic behind that. You can copy that and you can say, I just wrote like normal English. And you can see, just like I am talking with an expert, it understands the intent, it understands the language, and it is giving me the output in a plain English format, as if I am asking that to one of my friend who is expert in Python. Please believe me, sometimes the explanation will be too much, and you really have to decide how much you will take and how much you will eliminate. Another one use case I would like to show you, even it can help you to prepare for your interview. Now let's try. Here you go. I have asked that I have an interview tomorrow. Can you help me to prepare? And it is first giving me the tips. What are the areas I should concentrate? And it is coming with step-by-step processes. See the point number 6. Get familiar with Python 3. Even if the company is using Python 2, it's always good idea to know the difference and get familiar with the new features. You can see it has summarized everything in point by point. So it can help you to remember certain things. It can help you even to prepare for your interview. Now we saw the Python. Now let's try to generate something on HTML. I want to generate a login screen and I am asking, can you generate the code for me? So first it is creating the HTML file. It has put the username. Now it is creating a space for password. Then a submit button. And also all the instruction how I can plug this code into my application. Now let's say I want to generate some unit test data or some dump data. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to generate a test data in CSV format. And I'm saying I need the below fields which are name, age, gender, address and zip code. Let's see what it will generate for us. Here you go. It is saying sure. Here is an example of the test data in CSV format. And it is generating the test data, the format I want and the field I want. It has not only generated the test data, after that it is giving the instruction how can you use the test data. It has given all the field description and it is saying that you can copy the data and put it into Microsoft Excel or Google Sheet or even OpenOffice. Now maybe this time I want the test data in a JSON format. This time I am not even saying what are the field I need in my test data. I am just mentioning, can you generate the test data of previous example in JSON format? It understand the intent. Now it is generating in JSON format. These were some of the examples to illustrate the power of ChatGPT. The possibility is endless and the limitation is only your imagination. I think by this time you understood more amount of information you will give in your request, it will generate perfect response for you. Before I conclude today's video, I'd like to talk about the last point, the limitations of ChatGPT. Since this is in a beta phase, whatever the content it is generating based on the machine learning language, and on the same time it is learning and it is fine tuning its experiences. So most of the time whatever the content you will get, you should not use as is, you should review and you should do a proper inspection. If I take an example, let's say you have requested to generate some Java code or maybe some Python code. Please do not use that code in production as is, because that can solve the problem, but it can have some open loop or maybe some security breaches that you really do not want to introduce to your production system. So take the idea, improvise on top of that, and utilize as your learned friend. I would like to mention one more time, the possibility is endless and limitation is only your imagination. This was all about ChatGPT. If you have any doubt or query regarding ChatGPT, please add your questions as comment to this video. Hope to see you in our next video. Until then, bye bye.